It feels like your spirit team is quiet right now, but that's because they wanted to see if you would actually believe in the signs that you asked for. Three of Swords and Six of Wands. Things that are or were or likely still are hurting you that are being done in the dark are being brought into the public. Whether that be just for you or whether that be signs or messages you're getting externally. What was hidden in the dark is coming into the light. With the Fool here, see how she's all black and white and like drawn in, but there's this big color blob behind her. It's like your spirit team is doing this paint by numbers in terms of like signs, symbols, codes that you would understand because you've asked for this. You've called this in. You've said, give me the answer. Give me the steps of what to do. And your spirit team is like, okay, we're going to show you, but it's up to you to believe it. There's levels to this, and you've ascended beyond the levels that you were previously at. With my throat like closing up, it's like you've broken through this bungee cord that was holding you back, that was attached before to a throat chakra blockage or a throat chakra imbalance. And you are no longer being held back by that energy. And it's like new levels, new devils, right? You need to, Four of Pentacles, show your foundation here. With the bee on the card, it's like you've worked very hard to be able to pollinate, spread either your energy, your message, your talent, your career, your whatever it is. You've worked very hard and you're in the season of being able to harvest that, but because you're taking on a higher role, you also need to show that you're ready for more. And that's why it feels like your spirit team may not be giving you as direct messages, or they may not be like forcing you in certain directions how it may have felt like they did in the past. And that's because in this scenario, the ball has to be in your court. The ball has to be in your court. Strength and Seven of Wands. You're meant to protect your strength here. It's another insect. We had the bee and now we have this like beetle fly looking thing, but it's behind this wall here. So it's like whatever was chasing you in terms of trying to slow you down or stop you is being held back by this barrier. So you can go off and start to do whatever it is that you're called here to do. Strength, this is a test of your strength. This is a measure of your strength. You're showing yourself how strong you are. You're showing yourself how ready you are. You're showing yourself, oh, I am on a higher level. This does feel different. This feels like a test that I'm not necessarily being given the answers to or guided through because I'm supposed to have them through the use of my wisdom, earned wisdom, and discernment. I have Judgment and Three of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You are meant to be making the decisions for yourself going forward in a whole new way. You're meant to be really trusting your intuition, trusting your instincts. Queen of Wands and Ace of Cups and Three of Cups. This made me think mind, body, spirit here, how these cups are set up. You're meant to be on your own team here, making decisions that is best for you being on your own team. So it's almost like you have to imagine that yourself is someone that you're giving advice to and then heed your own advice, because it feels like in the past that's been difficult for you to do, taking the good advice that you give to yourself, that when you're giving this advice to other people, they know to follow it because they know it's wise. They know it's thought through. But when it comes to you taking your own advice, it's been difficult in the past. But with the Emperor here, you're stepping into action. You're stepping into your power here. That almost looks like a bee's nest type thing behind him in a way. It's like you have built this nest of protection. Now will you defend it by using your discernment properly and making choices accordingly? It's giving the energy of like, you know what's up. Three of Pentacles. Again, mind, body, spirit, all connecting. Previously, where did that just go? I don't know where it just went. Previously, they were in those three separate bowls. They needed to join together, and this is them joining together. It's like you now have this connection to your discernment in a way that you didn't before. Two of Wands. Six of Pentacles. You've got what you needed out of the previous chapter. That's why it's time for that chapter to close. There's nothing else for you. That you've outgrown the people, the energy, the scenery, the lessons, the potential. You've outgrown the potential of your last chapter. And the only way to get through the door into your next chapter is doing it kind of going rogue, away from your spirit team's direct advice. It's like they're giving you the clues or the signs, and they're like, look, this is what you need to see to make the decision, but we're not going to tell you when you need to make the decision. We're not going to tell you what you're choosing between, and we're not going to give any advice on what the choice should be. And it's almost like you're waiting for that in some way. You're waiting for them to be like, okay, let's go in this direction, because you're used to that. And this time it feels like they're a little quiet, or a little far away, and that's because you're meant to be doing this on your own. You, with death here, are going through this upgrade, this rebirth, this like a snake shedding your skin, shedding what you can't bring up this mountain with you. You're showing yourself in real time that you're able to trust the earned wisdom and the accumulated discernment from all of the previous chapters. And that is the only way that you climb this mountain and step into the new chapter. It's a mountain, so it's going to be exhausting. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be something you need to use strategy for. It's going to be something that you may need to reroute a couple times when there's blockages or turnaround type things as you go up the mountain. But on the other side of the mountain is the view that you've been longing for. Whether that's peace of mind, whether that's internal, mental, emotional, spiritual peace, whether that's a connection, whether that's an experience, whether that's an opportunity, it's on the other side of this mountain. So you can stay here forever looking at this mountain saying, I don't feel ready, because your spirit team this time isn't going to step in and force your hand. They're going to let you stay in that stagnant, stuck energy as long as you need to, until you learn that it is up to you to say, okay, I'm ready to climb the mountain. I'm ready to face whatever feelings arise as I climb the mountain. Almost like in the past, you would kind of be led away from situations that were no longer serving you, almost in like okay, it's time to do this way. And it's almost like you're waiting for that and it's not happening. And that's because it's up to you this time.